Hi, I'm Caitlin, and this is Book Chats, and today it's my September successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes. In some ways, I think of September as sort of my lost month. Now, if you watched my August struggles, successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes, you will know that a friend of mine died in August, close to the end of the month, and is a really big deal in my life, and definitely the effects of that traveled through to September. And so I sort of think of September as a month that I just figured out how to function normally, and again, how to focus again. Focus was the thing that was hardest for me to do, actually. And then also a month that I sat and I just sort of reconsidered my priorities and my kind of goals and just how I was pursuing the things in my life and what really I thought had meaning. So in some ways, it was a success because I sat and I sort of reorganized my life in my head in September. And then the other thing is just that I sort of took the month to recover from getting the news that my friend had died, and I'm not 100% back to where I was before, but I don't also think that that's necessarily a thing that will happen. I think the people in our lives affect us even when they're gone, whether that means they're gone permanently because of a death or because they just don't talk to you anymore. And so I think at various points in the future I will remember my friend, and the meaningful impact he had on my life, but I also don't go home and cry all the time anymore. My other sort of struggles of the month of September at work, one of my closest, probably my closest work friend actually left the company in September, and also it's happening all at this time that we have a new CEO, and he's really challenging me in a lot of really good ways. I had felt in July like I was getting stagnant at work, and that was very frustrating to me, and I don't feel that way anymore. But with that comes the stress of increased responsibility, and I'm just trying to ramp up very quickly, and I am just trying to figure out how to do this ramping up while also helping to onboard our new CEO to the data, which is what I'm in charge of, and also covering up kind of some of the places where my friend and coworker, some of what she used to do. I don't know how well I'm doing at all of that, and that stresses me out a lot. I wish that I had clear indications, but I also feel like I got to a moment where I was really high stress and I was struggling a lot, and I called my brother and he talked to me like, it's reasonable, here's things you can ask, don't feel like you have to do it alone. And so definitely the fact that I have people in my life to remind me that I don't have to do things alone is good. I definitely am someone who feels like I have to be very self-sufficient, and that's just not a productive way to be part of society. And so asking for help when I need it, reaching out, finding the people who can help me to define what I need to do, that's really helpful, and I've really found that meaningful in September and hopefully beyond. And obviously you guys have seen that I didn't post any videos basically the entire month of September. Part of that's because I was gone an entire week in September, but also part of it is that I felt like I had to post my August successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes, and I knew it was going to be a really hard video to edit and post, and so I just delayed a lot, and then when I finally did it, it took me a long time to do that. Hopefully now that that is out of the way, I will be going through my backlog of reviews and getting those actually posted, and I have new content. I didn't learn any Python in the month of September. I signed up for 3 online classes and I just haven't finished them yet, but I am hoping to do that in October. And then I had some October plans initially to do a reading thing, and I just moved them. I had a talk with one of my good friends on last Friday, and she and I talked it out, and she gave me some really good advice, and thank you, Stephanie, you rock. And so it's actually going to happen in December now. Also thanks to my friend Sarah, who had a 7.5-hour video call with me when I was stressing out about faith and life and how to be a Christian with our beliefs and how to carry those beliefs out in this world in a meaningful way. I am just really grateful in so many ways for all of the ways that my friends stepped up to help me through September. And thank you for all of you who have already commented on my video, or just let me know personally after you saw my August successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes that you are thinking of me and praying for me. I really appreciate that. It is very meaningful to me. I am just gonna go right on to my soon-to-bes, because these are the things that hopefully I can do in the next couple months. The Saturday after this video goes up, going to try to do 3 things in one day. I have a conference that I promised I would go to for a friend of mine who's speaking at it, And there's also the Texas Teen Book Festival, which is in Austin, which is about a half hour from where the conference is taking place. And I was just not going to go to the Texas Teen Book Festival, but then I saw that Amory McLemore is going to be there, and also that Nerdy Post is going to be there. When I heard that Alexis from Nerdy Post was going to be at the Texas Teen Book Festival, I was like, now I have to try to go. So we're going to see if I can manage to swing that and the conference I'm going to. And then I have a friend who is driving from El Paso to Houston, which, if you are familiar with Texas geography at all, means that she will be driving directly through San Antonio, and that would be about dinner time. And so I'm hoping that I can go to Texas Teen Book Festival, go to this conference I'm supposed to go to, and then leave the conference and go home, and then get dinner with this friend before she goes on to Houston, because I don't get to see her very often, obviously, because she lives in El Paso, which if you are not familiar with Texas geography, it might be thinking, she lives in the same state as you. What do you mean? El Paso is basically New Mexico, okay? It's not Texas. I mean, it is Texas, but it's like a 6-hour drive from where I live through like the boringest boring. So I don't get to see her very often. So hopefully I'll be able to do all 3 of those things on Saturday. And then the week after that, I'm going to go camping, and I'm very excited about it. It's supposed to be a park that gets really good fall colors, which is like something that Texas doesn't really get, and so I'm very excited because I miss them so much. So those are just things that might interfere with my editing schedule, so like heads up. And then related to my channel, 2 big things coming up. One of them is Nonfiction November. I am so excited about Nonfiction November, guys. Last year I found out about it like 2 days before November started, and I didn't feel prepared at all. This year, I'm like, I know what's happening. I know what I'm going to do. I love nonfiction so much. I do not talk about it enough on this channel. And then finally, I'm announcing this for the first time. In December, I am going to put something together that I'm going to call Reading Rewind. Goodreads counts rereads now. And so in honor of Goodreads counting rereads, and in honor of the fact that I have several books I really want to reread this year, and in honor of the fact that nobody has time to read things I haven't read before in December, I'm going to focus on rereading in December. I'm going to call it Reading Rewind, and I will have more details about that to come. But if you also want to reread things in December, let me know, and I can like put together a hashtag of some kind, and we can support each other in rereading and not stress out so much about reading new things. So that is my September successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes. I know this video wasn't as structured as it usually is, but I just felt like my September wasn't as structured as it usually is, and so it's kind of a depiction of that month. Anyway, I hope that I have given you guys a little bit less, a little more positive of a video than my last one of these videos to come off of. I'm doing a lot better, but thanks for all of you who are praying for me or my friends, or who have offered me encouragement in the last month or week or days. I really appreciate you so much, and let me know down below what your big successes, struggles, and soon-to-bes for September have been. Thanks a lot. Bye.